the standard or the way you're gonna rise up and lift yourself is twice difficult than somebody who lives in a place where the level of crime is very low.
Yeah.
Because your challenging is everybody. Even for me to do what I did to reach this stage, nobody believed in me.
Alright guys, so look, we are now coming to the part of the show which is, I think, is very, very important, where we're going to be looking at the pursuit of success. The pursuit of success is that time with show where, you know, they say in the success world that wise is a person who learns from their own mistake. No, smart is a person who learns from their own mistake, but wise is the one who learns from somebody else. And on the show, we always have interviews with those who have been through a journey. They've achieved things, they built things, and they're sharing with us their journey, and it's very inspirational. We can get some nuggets on things that we can do as well. So just touching on our live chat very quickly, we have, as well as congratulating those who got the morning coffee question right today. Today's Tuesday. I don't normally do prizes on Tuesday, but I think only because there was 3. Jimmy Julie says I have to pay attention to detail. We have Fina, and I'm not going to pronounce your surname, Fina, because last time I got in trouble. All right, but she says, good morning, breakfast family. I am back. Had been busy. Namibia is in the house. Absolutely. All right, so we have our guest for today, who is Isaac Yelbert. And Isaac is a guy, he comes from where I'm from, born and bred in Brixton, help center in Brixton, and it's been such a great journey watching this man grow and develop, and he's here with us today. So good morning to you, Isaac.
And good morning to everybody and my listeners as well.
Hey, all right, so Isaac, so tell us, obviously you know what have you done so far, just to give us a brief idea. Where are you at now?
Now I have my own school that I'm almost about to run. I'm a London trader in the stock market, financial. I'm a mentor. I'm one of the top in my school that I left about before the COVID. I left and I started my own. So I'm having a physical school where you can come and sit down with your questions about stock market, one-to-one, online, whatever you want to do. There's never been any school in this United Kingdom especially who deals with only financial market. But I'm about to open one. If not the end of this month, January, the school will start.
All right, fantastic. That's absolutely powerful. Okay, and we have a Breakfast Show talker here saying, hello Breakfast Show, it's Ozaldira from the Zales. I connected to the first time last week, and now I listen every day on my drive to work. I don't stalk on purpose, it's the drive. We forgive you. All right, but now look guys, so this is what Isaac's doing, right? Isaac's here, he's starting a school, but now he does what he does very, very well. Okay, but let's have an idea of where Isaac came from. So Isaac, there are people watching and they're probably thinking like, I don't see myself, get involved in, being a school or, stock market and all this kind of stuff. I have no knowledge of anything. You know what I mean? They're thinking like, probably right now life is a bit rough. They've got so many challenges happening in their personal life. It's like, where do we go from here? Right? And we're seeing you now, but your journey wasn't easy, right? You got married a couple of months ago. I was your MC at your wedding and it was great, but where did Isaac start from? What was it like growing up for you? Where did you grow up and what was it like growing up for you?
I will just say a parable. One day I was told, I met a friend in her house. There is a wall hang there written, success is not a destination, it's a journey, okay? And I'll never forget, this is almost 17, 18 years friend I met and I'm talking about. So my journey, living in Brixton, if you look at Brixton, Angel Town, for instance, there has never been anybody potential successful there. Everybody, if you put everything bad come from Brixton, Angel Town, any bad thing in South London, especially is Angel Town. And this is where I live. And being in the part of Angel Town, the only things you're going to find is selling drug, gang, or robbery. So it's not like a crime there, like being a gangster in Brixton or selling drugs. For you don't see like it's a crime. Being a gang banger, you don't see it's a crime. Antisocial behavior, it's like we do it for fun. So this is the lifestyle that I moved into. So
how I mean, because obviously did you grew up with your parents, right?
I don't know my mom. I don't know where she died, but I don't know when and how. I never know her personally. But my dad was one. But I grew up with my grandmother.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was she here in the UK and your dad was back home?
Yeah, she's in Ghana now. She also passed away, but in Ghana, that's from my lifehood is just with her before I came UK.
Okay, because it usually is a bit challenging when like you're growing up and you don't have your parents with you. You know, like for example, I grew up with just mainly my mum, right? But she had her own challenges. You know what I mean? And so that her challenges allowed me to have freedom to go and do what I wanted to do outside, right? So you're in the UK mainly with your grandmother, yeah, and now you're in an area of Angel Town.
Yes.
So would you say it's the area that makes the person and not just the person?
Yeah, your community have also a great influence in you. Okay, before I used to challenge that, it is not. But as I got married now, I can tell you that your community has an effect in your growth. Okay, but you have to make the final decision. Because if you say that you take a cat in a place of a lion, the cat will grow up to be a lion in the mind because the people around him. So if you put a chicken in the house of an eagle, the chicken will fly as an eagle. But if you put an eagle in the house of a chicken, that eagle become a chicken. Yeah. So it is the way. And now, when I wasn't married, I didn't know the house. And when I become a successful person or trying to be an entrepreneur, this is what I got to know that no, the place you are. So the standard or the way you're gonna rise up and lift yourself is twice difficult than somebody who lives in a place where the level of crime is very low.
Yeah.
Because your challenging is everybody. Even for me to do what I did to reach this stage, nobody believed in me. But I have to beg people to help me to finish my education. Because nobody see anybody in that area as somebody who can be somebody. So it's like, oh, no, not here. You cannot. If you want to be successful, if you want to be a top trader, if you want to be in this, not in here, not in here. So people will look like you, like, wow, look at him.
So okay, so you. I mean, we're talking about becoming a trader, right?
Yeah.
But now we're going to a point where, for example, this is like the teenage version of Isaac, right? Growing up in Angel Town, right? I mean, like Ed is here right now with us.
There are times like, you know, the financial conditions aren't like really, really bad, but in terms of the place, it's a bit rough, like gangs and all that stuff.
There needs to be a lot of investment going on. Gangs. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're in there right now, but obviously you've chosen a different path. Yeah. But Isaac, you were in there. I mean, was you doing secondary school? Was you doing college at the time, Isaac?
Yes, college straight, because school didn't pick me. What I did, I was banned. I was excluded, so I couldn't go back.
You got excluded?
Yeah.
What did you do to get excluded?
I break the screen, the windows.
You what, the school windows? Wow. Who is this guy? Okay. Why did you break the school windows, Isaac?
If somebody made me upset, I just take stones and just wipe them off and go home.
Wow. Where is your mind at that time? Right? So you got excluded.
Yeah.
What school did you go to, by the way?
I was in Stockwell.
You was in Stockwell, Stockwell secondary school, primary school? Yeah. Okay. So you got excluded and now they removed you.
Completely. And even it took so many years before I was able to get back in college. That was the beginning. I came to the church also for my transformation. So the pastor wrote a letter trying to be my father. So he used this letter and he took me to Lambeth College, stating to them that he is the father and he's responsible for anything. So I have one more last chance. Yeah. So that's how I get back to college.
And I think this is really important because sometimes we can undermine the strength of a place like the help center, right? Because imagine if you're in one environment, like I remember I was in one environment. I was in an environment with people who are running to fights, even though that wasn't my personality or my character, right? But I was among them. and they're all having a certain conversation. But when I came to the help center, I had different thoughts, different conversations, people who were leading me to different things, to think differently. And so with you, that's where you got actually someone to say, look, you know what, I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna fill this thing out for you, you know, get back into school, right?
Yes. So yeah, when and what happened, so during that time is that I was given the rules that when you finish college, come back to the church, come back to the help center. It's not like from here I'm going to sit with my brethren in the town. No, I'm going to meet the third person because your peer pressure. So it became a point that, you know, then you have to sell some weed to make money. You have to do something behind the doors to survive, because one, you are by yourself, and then your step that are with you, your family, the little step family that I was living with, they are not there. They are there and they say, oh, he is okay, but they are not there like, oh, are you okay this morning? Have you it doesn't exist like that. Whether the person go to work and come back, you are there. They don't. I can go out for days and weeks and months and nobody even know if I do exist or not.
Oh wow. So it's like they're present, but they're detached from your life. They're detached. No one's looking at the issues, what's happening in your life with you. Because I believe they got their own issues, right?
That's the point. Like, African parents are sometimes focused. If they are not biological parents, they are focused on their job and things like that. So this is where I get myself in. So my family became my street friends. So if I'm not doing anything, I'm with my friends. And this is when you say that. Until today, I have friends that see them as a family, because from that time, only when I converted, I know that no, I can't be sitting where we're gonna have firearm or knife or drugs or things like that.
Sorry, it's just the way you said that.
I
can't be in that kind of environment.
I can't be in that environment. So I decided to detach myself. But true brothers, when I see them, they are still, even during my way, I invited most of them, but they couldn't turn up because it's like, no, this is not for us. But I mean, they are. So when I met things like that, it became difficult to even believe in yourself or believe that there is a future for you. If you don't sell weed, you don't eat. There's no job for me. What job am I going to do? Because we have a post-Cold War where you live in Brixton, you can't go to Stockwell. And if you want to go and find a job in Stockwell, you're scared that you're going to be stabbed. If you live in Brixton, you can't go to Tulse Hill because going to look for a job in B&Q in Norwood, you're going to be a target. So you need to live in Brixton. And you have boxed yourself in your own circle. So it became a problem for me to buy. When I start coming to the health center and I start getting the inner strength, when I believe that there's something there to protect. The assurance I get, the prayer, I became a prayerful person as well. So slowly and gradually, I was moving away from the bad environment by characterized. I put people in house arrest. I'm gonna come for you. If you leave your house, you're not gonna come out again. And I'll tell your mom and your dad, and I mean what I say. But as time goes, and I realize that way, how can I say this? So even when I get converted, I was going back apologizing to such parents because I know when your brother said I'm gonna look for you, it's not a joke. So
so you was that person that you give threats to people not to leave their house. Now you've come into a new environment, you're learning, and when you say the word converting, that means you're changing your direction, right? You're changing the direction you're going from. And a lot of people, especially when they're in gangs, they think, you know what, if I let my guard down, I'm dead, I'm gone, right? I ain't gonna have peace, right? But what you said was very interesting. I believe that there was a higher power, because fear is a power. Fear can dictate our actions. The words of fear can manipulate us to do and behave in certain ways that bring more negativity. But with you had like a faith, like, you know what? I don't want this life, and I believe there's a higher power to protect me and to help me as well, right?
Yes. So I have to overcome. I know that when people are in a gang, they say to you that you can't leave a gang. You can leave a gang because I came in. I didn't sign a contract. Okay. So when I was about to leave, I was one of the top. And I can fight. I was born to fight. That is me. And as you know, I'm never afraid of fight. I can go and look for who wanna fight. I come for these things. But when it's time,
he was like the security guard in Brixton. You know, when he got added, you know, when we always get these characters that will come and try to disrupt the meetings. You know, Isaac, is like ready to pick people up, and we'll just send them outside nicely.
So that's me. So for me to leave, but there was a time that I got to know that way there is God that is protecting me, because I was stopped in Angel Town where police was looking for my fingerprint. And
this was because of something that you did before, right?
Yeah, because of the past of aggressive fight, this violent, and everywhere you're gonna see me, you see a crime scene, or you see me, you see a police, so you're already a target. So when they put my hand in the scanner, the machine stopped working 3 times, and I said, wow. And that day it shouldn't have been a good day, but that day I spent my whole day in the church going home, but because maybe I have been a target, like he's the ringleader, we need to get him today. So they have to find, but the machine never worked.
Wow.
So from that, I was outside Masala Road. I wouldn't say, but right now Masala Road number 16, and they put me down, but trying to scan the hand, it didn't work. Wow. So I was saying that, wow, the Most High exists. I was like, that gave me some energy. They said that, no, this one is no more man. So I know it's God. So I decided to say that, no, I'm gonna get myself stronger with that.
That's the spirit. You know what's interesting about that, Isaac, is that many times when we come into an environment of faith, right, and with the little faith we have, God will start to show us signs, right? He will start to show us signs to give us more confidence in him. But the challenge that maybe some of our listeners, that we've all been through, that maybe some of our listeners may have gone through, is that even with the signs, the person still tries to be afraid. Right? Even with these little signs, instead of being like, okay, you know what, if I go more in this thing, in this faith thing, I can see more results. It reverses. It's like, okay, and they don't change. They don't see that little olive branch being stretched out for them to see more happen in their life, But you saw that as a sign. Now this is it. I get it.
Yeah. So from then, I get when they did the police was even trying. I'm very easy. I got angry easily. Okay, and when he starts swearing, they know that I can switch as well. Then he become violent. Then I will get in the van. But this time, I was just even laughing like, oh, you see, your machine is not working. I know that the Most High was protecting me that time.
Yeah.
Because for that machine, he hold it, he click, I hear, but when I put my hand, it go blank. It was something that radical. I don't know how it happened.
Wow.
So when we start doing evangelism, we have to go to Tulse Hill.
Yes.
And I met the Angel Town and Tulse Hill. It's like America and Iraq. They don't exist. There's a big tension.
Yeah.
So when I was going there, I saw an army of 20 guys from T Block.
Wow.
And I have to pass through that place, do posting.
Do you know what's gonna happen? Because we've actually run out of time. We're gonna have to put it on hold to be continued, guys. If this interview is making your blood boil, then say I in the live chat. So Isaac literally is in Afghanistan, right? And you're there like with your new life, like you're trying to work towards this new life. All right, now you either gonna get killed, you either gonna get thrown off a roof, you either gonna get beaten up, you either gonna get shaked, or something. Another option happened that you thought that no one would have thought would have happened, right?
Yes.
So we're gonna have to do that, and also when you come back as well, you're gonna be telling us more about your school as well.
Yeah.
That you're gonna be relaunching some new things as well for people, and we're gonna find out as well about these things, because when we're changing, and then there's that point where we step into a completely different life.
Yes.
You're going to share that with us as well. But guys, we're going to have to hold the program there, and we're going to continue with Isaac later. We're going to put the first part of the testimony on Robust Life, of his interview on Robust Life TV. So you'll be able to check it out and share it with your friends and catch up to speed. All right. Use it to inspire somebody who may be coming from a similar place that Isaac came from. Or had the thoughts that Isaac had, and definitely get them to tune in. And what we'll do, those of you who are on the breakfast show, what's upline, oh yeah, look at that shiny blue, and you'll get the first tips to know when Isaac will come back to finish his interview. I will try to get him in for next week Tuesday, but I know he's a busy guy with many things that he's preparing, and I don't know if his wife will allow us to go off gallivanting and doing radio shows. But we'll see how it goes anyway. And I just want to thank all of you who have been with us this morning. Big shout out to all our listeners. Lillian from Sutton says, okay, they all want to hear the rest of your story. Victoria says, wow, I can't wait for part 2. Absolutely, everyone's really, really excited, and I'm excited to hear part 2, because I think this is the first time we've actually had like this kind of length of time to kind of speak more about your journey. Yeah, seriously, it's been a while, man. So we're gonna go out anyway, could probably get a hot chocolate or something in the local area and chill out. Connect online Monday to Friday with special guests for inspiration, motivation to start your morning right. Music, banter, fun and laughter. Connect when you start your mornings with The Breakfast Show. Only on libertyradio.co.uk. That's right, The Breakfast Show is back. libertyradio.co.uk from 6:30 a.m.